Tyrique George is one of the more promising players to emerge from Chelsea FC's academy in recent years. Though still relatively young and not yet a regular in the senior squad, his performances at youth levels have caught the attention of coaches, scouts, and fans alike. Here's a deep dive into his strengths, playing style, and potential trajectory. Tyrique George is a left winger in Chelsea's youth setup, and he has garnered attention for his pace, dribbling ability, and potential to contribute offensively. As a winger, George's primary role is to create goal-scoring opportunities, whether that's through direct assists or by cutting inside and attempting shots on goal. His profile fits that of a modern winger, one who can stretch the ball and be a direct threat to opposition defenses. His playing style is something that we must discuss, and the first thing is his pace and his dribbling. One of George's standout features is his exceptional pace. As a winger, he uses his speed to get in behind defenders, beat them in one-on-one situations, and create overloads on the left flank. His dribbling is direct and quick, which allows him to take on defenders and get into dangerous positions. His ability to accelerate into space makes him a constant threat on the wing, especially against more physically dominant defenders. Now, the second thing is his crossing and playmaking. George has shown that he's capable of delivering quality crosses into the box, an essential skill for any winger. His crossing technique is precise, and he can vary the type of ball he delivers, whether that's a whipped cross, a driven ball, or a more floated one, making him a valuable tool in wide areas. Additionally, George has the vision to cut inside and make key passes, often looking to link up play with central forwards or overlapping fullbacks. Now, the third thing is his composure and finishing. While much of his play revolves around creating chances for others, George has the potential to score goals himself. This ability to cut inside onto his stronger foot allows him to take shots on goal, and his finishing has shown promise in youth matches. However, improving his consistency in front of goal and delivering his finishing technique will be crucial for his development, especially if he is to make the step up to senior football on a more regular basis. Now, the fourth thing is his defensive contributions. As a winger, George's primary focus is on attacking, but he does contribute defensively as well. He tracks back to help his fullback when the time is necessary and when the team is out of position, which is vital for the modern wide player. While he may not be as focused on defensive duties as some of the more defensive-minded wingers, his work rate to support the team defensively is solid most of the time. Now, the fifth thing, and this is something that is so vital to the way that Chelsea's senior team plays, is his versatility and tactical awareness. Now, George is adaptable in the sense that he can operate on either wing. Though it seems to be more comfortable, he does essentially do much work to be effective on that left-hand side, and that is something that is applaudable. It is something that we must value as well. This versatility is important in a modern attacking setup, where wingers are often asked to switch flanks or even play as inside forwards. His tactical awareness allows him to understand when to make runs behind the defense or drop deeper to receive the ball, which makes him a valuable player in different attacking systems. Now, his development at Chelsea Academy is something that we cannot disregard. Now, George has been part of Chelsea's academy setup for several years, progressing through various age groups. At U levels, he has stood out for his ability to create opportunities for teammates, and his direct approach to attacking play is something that is so phenomenal. His performances in the Premier League 2 and various Youth Cup competitions have showcased his potential, and he has consistently delivered strong displays, earning him attention from the club's coaching staff. Now, Chelsea's reputation for developing talented players, particularly in attacking positions, means George has had access to top-notch coaching and a competitive environment. With the right guidance, his technical skills, his pace, and attacking instincts could develop further, helping him break into Chelsea's senior squad in the future more often than he already is through the Conference League, among other things. Now, his potential and future outlook is something that you cannot forget as well, and we will discuss it right now. Now, the first thing about his future outlook is that first team opportunities are surely going to be more common, especially considering the situation surrounding Michael Mudryk. Now, while George is still very much in the development phase, his performances in youth football suggest that he has the potential to make an impact for Chelsea's first team. Like many academy players, an impact in more so domestic cup competitions, or rather the Conference League, just to name a few. And other ways could be through loan spells. However, that isn't something that has been presented at the time of recording. If he continues to impress, Chelsea may look to integrate him into the first team even more than what we have seen from him so far, and he has looked like a promising outlet as well. Now, the next thing that we will discuss is also loan spells and how loan spells could be something that is likely, as it is something that has happened among many young players at Chelsea, and George could be loaned out to a championship or a lower Premier League club to gain senior experience. A loan spell would give him the opportunity to face more physical and tactical challenges, which would help him improve his decision making, his finishing, and obviously consistency will also grow from that. Now, comparison to other players, in terms of his playing style, you could say that George compares to the early days of what fans would have seen of Callum Hudson-Odoi, and to some extent Christian Pulisic. You know, the ability for him to dribble past players, the determination to take on players. So Madueke to some extent in terms of trying to be a 1v1. So in comparing to more so to players that are currently at the club, you could say Noni Madueke is one player that he is quite similar to, albeit he has more of a selfless sort of approach to his game. However, George is still developing, and while his pace and dribbling are notable, his overall decision making and end product definitely needs to be furthered even more in order for him to reach obviously a more established level, or to become a player that would be more established. Now, obviously, the next thing would be the areas that definitely need improvements, take into consideration the fact of his decision making, among other things, such as end products needing further development. So, the areas for improvement would include end products, as we mentioned. The one area George really needs to work on is his final product. His finishing is something that needs to be more consistent. Crossing consistency is something that definitely needs to be taken into account. Decision making in the final third is something that is definitely going to be crucial to making him a better attacker. Even though he does make decisions to create some more in comparison to other wingers that we have currently in the first team, he needs to have a more decisive impact in that final third. This is obviously crucial for many wingers and for great wingers as well. They tend to create and score goals and not just do one or the other. Obviously, another area that we could also consider is his defensive responsibility. Now, though he contributes defensively, strengthening his overall defensive game could help him become a more well-rounded player, especially if he is to succeed in more competitive leagues or under coaches who prioritize work rate off the ball. Now, Tyrique George is an exciting pacey left winger with plenty of potential. His ability to take on defenders, create chances, and pose a goal-scoring threat makes him a player to watch in Chelsea's team. While he is not yet ready to feature regularly for the first team, he could still get opportunities going further. He has the attributes to develop into a high-level player. His next steps will likely include gaining more senior experiences in competitions such as the Conference League, although we do know that the knockout stage is next. But he could still get some minutes depending on how results go or how matches are going before he comes on, or even if the match is more so one where push comes to shove, he gets the chance to start. We will see more appearances for him. A loan spell cannot be ruled out, however, at this juncture, that isn't something that has been considered, and he could become a fixture in Chelsea's first team setup on a more consistent basis. Now, as George continues to grow, improving his consistency and finishing will be key to unlocking his full potential. With Chelsea's focus on developing more young talent, the future does look promising for the young winger, and we're sure that we can be hopeful that he may get a chance because he does seem positive. I hope you guys have enjoyed this player analysis of Tyrique George. This has been another edition of the Player Profile, Chelsea FC Player Profile. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment your thoughts below. I would love to hear from you. Let us have a discussion in the comment section as well. Peace. Have a good one.